Hi, this is the Radlein Girls Cooking, and in honor of my 35-year anniversary, we decided to cook a recipe that was given to me on my wedding day, and it was in a little book. It was like a little book with recipes in it, and this one was from Bonnie Goolsby, broccoli and chicken puffs or something. It has nothing to do with puffs or Cheetos or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And over the years, I've kind of tweaked it a little bit, so I'm just going through memory of how I make it. And it's been a long time since I made it, but every time I made it, everyone seems to like it. So your ingredients are broccoli, which this is frozen. You could use fresh. I'm going to cook this first. Then we use boneless, skinless chicken. It asks for a cup of mayonnaise, but I usually use less than that because I don't really want all that fat in there. And then cream of mushroom soup, a cup of cheddar cheese, and 1 egg. So there's also going to be breadcrumbs and butter. We'll add that at the end. So we're going to stop right now while I microwave this in the bag and cook it, and then we'll come back. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this chicken out of this package. This is Kirkwood boneless, skinless chicken breast. And before I stick it in my pan, I need to add a little bit of oil. Just a little bit so it won't stick. All right. We're gonna turn this little thing on a medium, high, or medium. That sounds good. Now we're gonna take my chicken breast and we're gonna put it on the pan. Take that off there. Put it in the pan, and I'll cut it up as it's cooking, but right now it's just gonna cook. Technically, I don't think you're supposed to really cut this in the pan because it might mess up the surface. I have so many pans, I don't even care right now. So I'm just gonna cut it. It probably actually will cut better when it's cooked. So you might wanna check on YouTube and see if that's true. I'm not a cooker, let me tell you guys. I only cook on Christmas and Thanksgiving and any other time, that probably only like 8 times a year. So if this is wrong, don't do it this way. And if it's right, then do it. I just try not to touch the pan when I do it. Okay, you get the idea. We'll get on to this in a little while. Let's cut off some of this fat because this is supposed to be boneless, skinless, but as you can see, the factory did not do their job. There's skin on here, and we don't want that. So just letting you know, if you find that in your chicken, just cut that off. You don't want that. So we're gonna, you can see it's starting to turn white because we're starting to brown it. Now you don't want to cook it too well done. This is chicken. Woo, sorry guys. This is chicken, but we don't want it to be like really dry because it's going to go in a casserole. And if you overcook it, because it's going to cook in the casserole too. If you overcook it, it's going to be dry enough to choke a horse. We don't want that. So we're just going to cook it till it's like white and no longer too pink, and then it can go in the casserole and continue cooking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long it's going to take. You just got to play it by ear. Now we're browning it, we're browning it, we're browning it. Getting the pink out of here. Let's keep it going. We don't want it raw in the middle, that's for sure. But these little cubes, I try and do 1-inch cubes because I really don't want it to be too big a pieces. So, while this is cooking, now we're gonna get our broccoli out. It's probably gonna be really hot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a plate to catch the heat. Excuse all my vitamins. The most of them are from Grady, just so you know. All right, so we're gonna get this over here. And I'm going to cut it out of the bag. Be careful when you're opening this because there's a lot of hot steam in there and you don't wanna hurt yourself. So don't touch. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is dump this. As you can see, there's not much water, it's good. Wow, that's a lot of broccoli. That's more than I expected. Okay, that's great. Okay, it's all out of there. So we're gonna use our whisk because we like using whisk, and we're just gonna spread it around. There you go. Now it's time to do our wet ingredients. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the egg. This is what makes the puff. This is Eggland's Best. I recommend these. Now, crack it. There you go. I'm gonna scramble it with my whisk. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to take it calls for a cup of mayo, but I don't wanna use that much. So I am going to use maybe a 1/2 cup of it. Okay, that's all. That's all I'm gonna use because I don't want to go crazy. Now I think I should turn my chicken off because I don't want it to get too overcooked. Turn it off, move it away. Okay, that's good. Good enough. Next thing, I'm gonna have to use cream of mushroom soup. I use Campbell's. And pour it in. You hear that? You're shaking it out. Shake it. Shake it like a salt shake. All right, we're gonna scoop it out. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Great. Look at that. That just comes out in one big plop. All right. Now we're gonna mix it together. Let's go mix it up. It doesn't look good, guys. I'm telling you. Looks can be deceiving. We're gonna mix, 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 mix. Okay, that's all mixed. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. It needs milk. No wonder it's too thick. Let me look for milk. Excuse my fridge. There's leftovers in there. Okay, we're supposed to add milk to this. And I think it was a cup, but I'm not gonna put a cup. Maybe I should move this stuff out of here. I'm a messy cook, guys, sorry. It all goes in one end and out the other. That's all that matters. Okay, what is this? What is this? Okay, that looks like enough. All right, we're gonna add that. I think that was like a half cup. All right, now we're gonna mix it. See how it's more soupy? We want more of a soupy texture because you're gonna pour it over the chicken and the broccoli. But we gotta add our cheese, which this is a pre-measured cup of cheese. I'm gonna add that. Dump it in. Mix it in. So it's gonna be nice and cheesy. If you don't like cheese, you might not like this dish, but I think it's just really delish. Okay, now we're gonna take our chicken. We're gonna drain this in whatever falls on the counter. It's fair game for any animals. Okay, now we're gonna pour this mixture over the top of our chicken and broccoli. You see that, how it's done? I would not recommend to use a whisk to do this because it's all getting stuck inside the whisk. It's better to use a spatula, which let me get one. Believe it or not, I have utensils. This is my nice spatula. You can see it says nice. There's one that says naughty, but we've already used that in an inappropriate way. Just kidding. Anyways, so we're gonna dig in here and get that out. All right, now we're gonna spread it around. Spread it, spread it. We're gonna spread it all around. You see that? You see that? We're gonna put it in the oven. Ready? Say goodbye. See how it looks? It's going in. Uh-oh, hear the beeping? Uh-oh, that means it's done. Oh my goodness. Chicken cheesy, what is it? Chicken cheesy puff casserole. That's what I'm gonna call it. Oh, don't forget the broccoli. Chicken cheesy puff broccoli casserole. So we just took it out of the oven. It was at 350 for 45 minutes and it looks really great. You can opt to put breadcrumbs on it. We opted out because we don't want the gluten. So enjoy, it's gonna be delicious. And we'll taste test it in a few minutes. Maybe we'll have Pastor Kevin taste test it. All right, it's our 35-year anniversary. Can you believe that? 35 years. I made this for that long. Man. You still lived. You're still alive to taste it. Okay, it might
Remember it well.
Might be a little hot. Now, we're gonna, of course you like pepper, so we gotta put a lot of ground pepper on it.
All right.
He likes fresh ground pepper. So we're gonna get some on there. Okay. You ready to try it? Okay, ready?
Good. Ready?
Okay.
You ready?
Ready? 5.
7.
So, I just want to thank Bonnie Goolsby for her wonderful recipe. I would suggest to add a little salt and pepper because that's one thing I forgot to do. But other than that, I think it tasted great, turned out good, and it's very easy. So thank you. Thank you for joining the Radlein Girls Cooking. Join us next week for some more delicious recipes.